Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's JD Headstrong. Today I'm going to be walking you through how to build this fairly simple two-sided 3x3 piston door. It's not the most expensive 3x3 piston door out there. It's also not the cheapest, but it will fit just about anywhere you want it to in your base. So without really much further ado, let's get into it. You can build this thing in just about any order that you want, but I personally recommend starting with the basic piston layout first. So we're going to start by placing 3 blocks, one on top of the other, just like that, pistons, excuse me. Moving over by 1 block, destroying the block in the middle, and building 3 more up like that. Remember, next you need to figure out where the center of your piston door is going to be once it's fully extended, so about there. Put 2 blocks downward, put a block on the side of that one down there, and place 1 sticky piston on either side of that block. Then mirror these pistons over here to the other side of your piston door. Once you have that done, it should look something like this. The next step is to move up by about 4 blocks. I've put a marker block here. And put 2 sticky pistons facing downward right there. That will finish up your piston layout. And the next step is putting in the redstone, so the door will be able to open and close. Our first step in terms of hooking up the redstone is going to be activating the side pistons. We're going to do that by putting 1 block down below that piston, putting a piston facing downward with a torch on its back. Then we're going to put a solid block above that torch, and then a piece of redstone dust on top of that block. We're going to do that same thing on the other side, just the same order. It's going to be block, piston, you can destroy the block, a redstone torch, a block, and then a piece of redstone dust. And that should fully extend both sides of your piston door. Once you have the sides of your piston door extended, the next thing you're going to want to do is make sure the bottom can extend as well. We're going to do that by placing a piston beside and in between these 2 sticky pistons right here, putting a redstone torch on the side, and putting a couple blocks right next to it. These are going to be important later when we're trying to power and unpower the sides of the piston door. Now we only have one side of our piston door left to extend, and that is going to be this top double piston extender. So we're going to start that by placing a block on the side of the bottom piston, putting a redstone repeater on the top on 3 ticks. Then we're going to take some glazed terracotta and come 2 blocks down below the bottom piston. Then we're going to put 1 block beside and destroy the last 2 blocks. Make sure to place 1 redstone dust on that repeater, go up by a block, put 1 glass on the side of this bottom piston, and then put some solid blocks in just like that. Put some redstone dust on the top of all of these blocks right here, so the redstone dust on the glazed terracotta connects to the back of this repeater. Then we're going to go 1 block down like this, put 1 redstone repeater on the top of this block on 3 ticks, have a observer facing out of it, and then put a solid block on the back of that repeater. The next step is going to be filling in the door itself, and then after that I will show you how to hook up all the sides of this door to make it function from 1 input. So now we're going to be putting in the door itself, and that's actually pretty simple. We're just going to take whatever block you choose to use and make a 3x3 area right here. Now take either honey blocks or slime blocks, whichever one you choose to use, and put them right there. And then put another 3x3 section of blocks right here. One thing you'll notice is that this top double piston extender is not extended yet, and that's because it has not been hooked into the system itself. Once it's hooked in, it will extend and pull this section up here back into the roof. Now what you're going to want to do is build the main connection circuit. Now, the activation is entirely up to you and can be just about anything. You could have a pulse extender running out of a button. That works just fine. But what we're going to do for this one, because I'm just going to use a lever, is you're going to take a few solid blocks, place them right there, and 1 glass next to this piston. Going to place some redstone on top of all of those blocks, place a block on the side of this piston, and connect it to the rest with a line of blocks like that. Then you're just going to put some redstone dust on top of it like that, and put a lever on the side of that block. Now if I flick this lever, you'll see that all the blocks will retract out of the way, except for the center, which, as I've said, is because this is not connected. Now I'm going to show you how to connect it into the rest of the build. Now we just need to hook up the top double piston extender connected to the rest of the build, and we're going to do that by placing one redstone torch on the top of that piston, put a block on top of the torch, another redstone torch on the side of the block, and then a block on top of the torch. This should extend the top double piston extender, and if you flick the lever, the door will fully retract. The door is now done, but if you want to put some blocks on the inside like this, you definitely can. It's not going to impair the function of the door. It just makes it look a little bit prettier. Remember that any blocks that are going to be next to this slime block, though, are going to need to be glazed terracotta, or they're going to be moved out of the way and possibly break your circuit. So that is your door completed. Remember, there's going to be a materials list down in the description. If you like the video, please remember to leave a like, and if you'd like to see more stuff like this, remember to subscribe. So with that out of the way, I'll see y'all in the next video. See ya.